Hello and welcome to another day of English 2. I'm your online teacher, Miss Bear. We have been working on a unit about graffiti. Is it art or is it crime? As a reminder, this is Unit 6 from the Common Lit 360 curriculum, and by now your teacher should be fully immersed in where to find all of the resources for this unit. If they're not, go back to Lesson 1 and I will walk them through where to find that information. Today, before we get to today, I always forget to remind you what the essential question. The essential question for this unit is graffiti a work of art or a crime to be punished? And how do we decide that? So today we are doing, dun dun dun, a debate. Why do we debate? Because that's what an argument is. At the end of the day, your argument essay is a debate. Today, you're going to debate with someone else or with another group or with a partner, and your teacher's going to have some decisions to make about what today looks like in the classroom. But when you debate with another person who has a belief that's different from you or they're arguing the other side, it helps to make your argument stronger when you put it on paper. Because when it's on paper, the person on the other side who's reading your paper needs to be able to know for a fact, A, where you stand on this essay, but by debating this argument beforehand, you can predict what the other side is going to say so that when you are defending your argument or your thesis statement, then your argument and your thesis is that much stronger when you were able to have an in-person debate before your debate with a piece of paper. Because that's what it is. It is a debate. An argument is essentially a debate. And so let's look at what you will need for this unit. You need this handout called Unit 6 Debate that your teacher can get for you from the Common Lit 360 curriculum resources, as well as that graphic organizer where you have been keeping up with all of your notes. Guys, it should be full of evidence, everything that you really need to argue either side of this debate. And you will also need a pen or a pencil because I firmly believe that when you write these things down, you learn a whole lot more. So, again, today you are going to be practicing creating an effective argument through the platform of debate. And so during this activity, you are going to be thinking about reasons for both sides of the argument. You're going to collaborate with a small group to assemble evidence for one side of that argument, and then you're going to share your position and address the opposing points of view. And so you may actually believe one side, but your teacher may ask you to argue the other side. And all that's going to do, besides probably frustrate you at the beginning, that is at the end of the day going to make your argument stronger because you know all of the other side of the argument well enough to convince that person that your side is the right side to be on or the correct side to be on. And so it's easier for you to convince someone else when you know what the other side is going to say. So your teacher decides at the end of the day what side you get put on or what side that you choose. So I want you to pull that handout out and independently for about 5 minutes, you are going to answer the prompt, should graffiti be protected? I want you to make sure that on both sides of the handout that you complete both sides because there's claim A, yes, graffiti should be protected because, and then claim B is no, graffiti should not be protected because. And I want you to make sure that you have an argument for both sides, and I need you to have at least two on both, 2 reasons why you believe graffiti should be protected or should not be protected. So I'm going to let you work independently again for about 5 minutes. All right, this section is for the teachers. So the teachers at this point need to prepare for student roles and groupings in part 2 of the debate. So the teacher will need to assign each of you to 2 possible claims or positions. Try to have the same number of students assigned to each side, and then divide that class into groups of 3 to 4 students composed of students who share the same position. Once that has happened and your teacher has decided how you're going to be split up into different groups, then you are going to work again independently as you are preparing for your debate. Here you are gathering evidence. Guys, this research note-taking graphic organizer is your best tool so that you're not having to dig through all of the articles. That's why we complete that graphic organizer. All of the evidence that you need should be on that graphic organizer, or at least enough information so that you know which article to go back to for that evidence. So again, I'm going to give you about 5 or 10 minutes. Your teacher will decide where you are in completing this part 2, is preparing for the debate. And we're going to pause here while you work on that, and the teacher will unpause the video when it's time for you to go to the next step. All right, great job working independently. You should have some really good evidence for your argument, for both sides, or for the side that your teacher put you in. Now you are going to work with your group, whether that's a small group or a large group, but there should be 2 different sides, and your teacher needs to decide which, how you guys are going to work. So for about 10 minutes, your teacher is going to have given you this group, and you are going to prepare for that as a group. You're going to prepare for that debate, and you should have that part 3 in your handout for today, and that will tell you exactly what you need to do, and taking that evidence and having that discussion of what pieces and parts you're going to debate in your first round. So I'm going to give you just a few minutes to work on that. All right, now this next part again is for the teachers. So for part 4, the teachers need to put the student roles, and they will need to pair each student with someone from the opposing side. So right now you're going to debate one-on-one, and your teacher is going to decide how that happens. So debate round 1, you're going to be working with your partner from the opposite side. So once you find your partner, know your role before you begin. Partner A will argue for protecting graffiti. Partner B will argue against protecting graffiti. So share your reasons, share your ideas in this first round of this debate. All right, great job. Now, you're going to get ready for the end of round 1. With that partner, you're going to complete the debate for round 1 in your handout. So this is going to be part 4, where it says debate round 1, and you're going to take notes on that opposing claim so that when you get ready to write your essay, you've got that opposing view side. So now you're going to get ready for going back to your group, and you're going to talk about the points that your opposing side had. And so this is going to take a little bit more time because all of you on this side have been arguing with somebody different on the other side. So you should have had multiple points of view in order to have this conferencing back with your group. So get back with your group, and you are going to discuss 1 or 2 points that you heard from that opposing side. So I'm going to give you about 5 or 10 minutes to come back together as your group and talk about and complete the Part 5 section of today's handout. At this point, I'm going to let your teacher decide whether or not you guys will do a round 2 or not, because you might want to, but you might not want to, depending on how much time that you have. So if you're going to do another round, you can pause me at this point, do a round 2. If you're not going to do round 2, then just continue on and let's look at this last part of today's assignment. Part 6 is kind of looking at those counterclaims and rebuttals and how you, or rebuttals, I said that wrong. So make sure that you complete the handout for that piece, and you can do that with your partner. The last thing that we're going to do today is think about the question of the debate. What do you think now based on today's debate? Do you believe graffiti should be protected, or do you believe graffiti should not be protected? And then explain how today's debate influenced your decision. Now, obviously, you cannot do this with your partner because your ideas and your opinions are yours. You need to complete this independently so that it's your thoughts based on the information that you gathered today. So that is all that I have for you today. Get ready, because you know writing is coming. We've got one more day and then we're going to write, I think. I don't remember exactly where we're at, but we're going to be writing really soon. And today prepared you for that writing piece. Until next time, happy reading, happy writing, and happy learning.